I was really shocked when I found out that this company decided to discontinue this Tomahawk. I think it's great. I did a review on it last year and I told you guys I thought it was great for Axethrowing. It is a great flying Tomahawk. We're going to talk about why I think they discontinued it. And I'm going to tell you about some workarounds. I figured out some workarounds. If you still want to get this, there's a little bit of a way to do it, and I'll explain it later in the video. Also, stick around to the end because even though we're talking about an axe leaving, I'm going to tell you guys about a new axe that's dropped in 2026 that you might want to get your hands on. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I got a text the other day from Mike, a viewer of this channel, and someone I've come to call friend, sent me a text and he was like, "Hey Wes, I'm looking for this Tomahawk. Got any ideas where I can find it?" Now the text kind of set me off a little bit because it's a pretty common Tomahawk. It's not very expensive and it's made by a pretty big company. It's all over Amazon, it's all over Google, and I was just kind of thinking to myself, why are you having such a hard time finding it? So I kind of just went in there and started searching, went straight to Amazon because I know it's on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. Couldn't find it. Went into Google, typed the name of the Tomahawk in. No one had it in stock. And then later on, I found out it's been discontinued. And that Tomahawk is the CRKT Woods NOBO or NOBO. You guys know I did a review on this last year. It's a great flyer. It's a great little Tomahawk it is. Comes with a 19-inch hickory handle, which of course I cut mine down, I think, to 15.5 inches. But man, this thing flies really well in the air. I was actually kind of heartbroken and shocked when I found out that they had discontinued this. Now, this thing isn't any different than a lot of the other good or great throwing axes that I've reviewed or thrown, okay? There's plenty of other ones out there that are just as good as this, if not better, that are at that price range or maybe even cheaper. But there was something about this that kind of just felt really good throwing. It really did. You don't get a lot of features with it. You know, it's just a typical cutting edge here, but you do get a cutting edge down here at the heel, which is nice too, so you can get two edges on it. There's nothing going on in the back. There's no hammer. There's no spike. There's no nothing. It's a pretty plain Tomahawk head, but it's designed in a way that flies really well in the air. So I was a little bummed when I found out that CRKT decided to discontinue the NOBO. And I just kind of sat back and I thought about it and I said, why would they discontinue this? It's relatively cheap, around 50 some dollars, and it flies really well in the air. Now there was one thing that kind of came to my mind, which is most people that I know that have the NOBO or use the NOBO, not everybody, but most in my circle, use it for axe throwing. And I thought, okay, well, maybe they got rid of it because it doesn't offer a feature like a hammer pole or a spike on the back. But then I got to thinking even more and I was like, well, wait a minute. If people are using this for axe throwing and they discontinued it, maybe axe throwing isn't as popular anymore. And that's something that I considered as to why they may have discontinued it. Maybe axe throwing's just kind of going away, guys. It was popular when the World Axe Throwing League came out. When some of the Viking TV shows were on, I noticed that axe throwing kind of gained a little popularity, but maybe it's starting to come down. And maybe that's why they decided to discontinue the NOBO here, because they have other ones that offer more variety and give you more use than just a plain old bit. I don't know. That was just something that I thought about. Every company has products that have a lifespan, and maybe they just thought that the NOBO ran its lifespan. It did what it needed to do for CRKT, and it no longer served its purpose. They could be getting it out of the way for a new product, maybe something similar to the NOBO, or something similar in the price range, and they didn't want the NOBO competing with this new product that they might be launching. So we have to consider that too. Now, there is a little bit of a workaround. Now, I know when things get scarce, the price of it will skyrocket. Now, I was able to find the NOBO on one legitimate website, a company. Guys, it was over $100. If you need the NOBO, then by all means pay that. I don't recommend paying that much money for it. I think it's good at around $50 or $60, and I wouldn't pay any more for it. Not only would I not pay any more for it, but there are other companies out there that offer something similar to the NOBO at the NOBO's original price. So that's why I say I wouldn't go out and pay those crazy prices that people are trying to get out of the NOBO now. And there's also a workaround too, like I was mentioning before, which is they still offer the Woods Choke and Tomahawk. And if you have a look at the Woods Choke and Tomahawk, you'll notice that from about midway on the axe head towards the actual cutting edge, it almost looks exactly like the NOBO. The only difference is that it has a hammer pole in the back. If you didn't want to spend crazy prices for a NOBO, you literally could just get the Woods Choke and Tomahawk with a little bit of effort. You could cut that hammer off the back, round it over with a grinder, just don't heat it up too much, and you'll have a NOBO without having to spend this crazy price. I know that people are going to say that's a lot of work. Well, it is. But if you know what you're doing and you got a little time, think of it as a cool weekend project, and you can get an axe that you can't no longer get anymore. Just an idea. Another road you can try to take is to buy used. I'm sure there's going to be some people out there that have some NOBOs they don't want anymore and they're willing to sell them. Now, I'm sure they're probably going to ask a little bit more for them, but if you got to have an original NOBO, you can always go that route as well. I don't know if CRKT will ever bring the NOBO back. If they do release a new product that's taken the place of the NOBO and that kind of flops, then maybe later on they'll bring the NOBO back. Or if enough people get together and say, why did you do that, CRKT? They could bring it back. Now, I do know that CRKT also discontinued some of their knives as well around the same time they did the NOBO. I'm thinking that probably, if I had to guess, is probably for new products coming out. And I'm kind of looking forward to see what they're going to put into place of the NOBO if they do that, because I think they've got a plan. At least I hope they do, and I'm really interested to see what that plan is.
With the NOBO being no mo, some will be pissed with nothing to replace it.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why people would be upset at Dave if they don't get the NOBO, or if they can't get it, or if they wish they had gotten it when I did my review last year and they didn't get one. But like I said before, guys, there's plenty of things out there that look just like this that'll probably fly just the same. So don't freak out. Just do a little bit of research on some of your axes, hatchets, and tomahawks out there, including the ones I've done reviews on, and I'm sure you can find something that's just as good as a NOBO. I always hate when companies discontinue stuff and I never get a chance to actually use it. And then people always ask these crazy prices for it, like later on, like some of my Polytechs. If you guys know what a Polytech is, yeah, I got 2 of them, paid a pretty price for them too. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about the new axe that dropped in 2026. Actually, it dropped in 2025, and it was a prototype. But they came out with the actual axe this year in 2026. And if you're a fan of carving axes, if you're a fan of Swedish axes, or if you're just a fan of Gränsfors, Gränsfors now has a medium carving axe. And the cool thing about it is that when it first came out in 2025, when they were doing the prototype, it had a walnut handle. I wish I'd have got one with a walnut handle. I really do. But now the ones shipping in 2026 to the United States all have hickory handles on them. I'm hoping they give the option to go back to a walnut handle. I like the option to be able to choose between 2 different wood types with carving axe handles. I don't know why, I just do. But walnut looks really good as an axe handle too. So if you're interested in a carving axe or something of Gränsfors's, check out their medium carving axe now. Of course, we got the large one over here. Great flyer. I know people are going to say, why the heck would you throw a carving axe?
Because we are that damn good. That's why.
If you're asking me why I'm throwing a carving axe, we just can't be friends. Okay, we can't be friends. But guys, you can throw any axe, okay? And some of these axes out here that are designed for certain things like carving and chopping and whatever are also great throwing axes too. I've proven that with a lot of the Gränsfors axes. So I'm going to be getting my hands on one of their medium carving axes this year because I'm so interested in getting it. It looks really cool. It's a lot lighter, and they even say on their website it's a lot more nimble. Whether you want to take nimble as being able to carve with it a little bit better, But I hear nimble, I hear I can run around and throw it better and faster and
You can
get it
carve
out
a
more
spoon,
cleanly.
then smash your face, all in a day's work.
Yeah, that's just where our mind goes. So if you're interested in Gransfur stuff, check out that. Losing an axe or a tomahawk, but we're gaining another one, and I'm sure there'll be some other axe drops coming out this year. And when I hear about them, or I hear about ones leaving, I'll bring you guys a video and let you know about it. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the CRKT NOBO getting the axe, pun intended. I'm interested to see what you guys think. If you have any out there that are in the wild throwing, let me know too. Put that in the comment section. Yeah, Wes, I got a NOBO. I love it. No, Wes, I hate it. Let me know. I'm interested in your guys' information on what you have on these. And let me know what you think about them discontinuing. If you think it's a good move by CRKT or not. If they're bringing something in its place. That could be the case. Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Sorry to bring you bad news, but I want to follow it up with some good news for all my carving guys out there, or Swedish loving guys, or just wanting cool axe guys. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Thanks for all the support. And remember, it's always for the love of these things. But until next time, see ya.